I'm about to lose my fucking shit. Holy fuck, I can't make videos. I never am able to do anything. Holy shit, it's not even a fucking room. Continue on. My fucking god. So like I was saying, Dexter, seeking to know more about Angela's next move, Dexter meets with Logan, claiming he wants advice on how to save his relationship. Logan admits he dated Molly, but has since broke up, like they were actually a thing, which is kind of interesting. I mean, you kind of expect that. I don't know why my hair looks like fucking dog shit, but whatever. He also states that Angela and Molly are working on something together, which is kind of interesting, and maybe Dexter wants to get to the bottom of it. This worries Dexter, who thinks they will go after him, unaware that they are actually investigating Kurt. Just as Dexter is. I mean, Dexter's kind of catching winds of things. He sees, like, okay, this guy doesn't seem like he's up to any good. So, at the same time, Harrison visits Audrey at her house. I mean, he's like, oh, we can hang out some other time. And he gets kind of, like, impatient and whatnot. But, you know, he visits her. And they kind of, you see, like, the love is in the air. You kind of know that from the beginning when they first met. They both express frustration at their lives, which culminates in a kiss and having sex. The next morning, Angela finds them together in bed and angrily takes Harrison to Dexter, like, yeah, you should probably keep your kid in your fucking house and not have him fucking my daughter. I don't know, especially because we were dating before and we just broke up, so very weird dynamic, weird situation that Harrison pretty much put Dexter in. So, wanting to find out more about their investigation, Dexter plants his phone as a bug at the bar and records a meeting between Kurt and Molly. And he sees Molly, meeting with Kurt, and he's thinking to himself, oh, okay, well, she's just investigating Kurt. There's nothing really wrong with that. Kurt states he lied to the police to protect Matt from authorities and is willing to take her to interview him. He just doesn't want his son to get caught by the authorities, and now he's like just gonna be lying in the grand scheme of things so his son doesn't get caught at all. Like caught in his cabin, yeah, he's not there, so it's like, oh well, if my son is out there, if he's not dead, which I don't think he's dead because I didn't kill him, then yeah, I just want to protect him from the law. Dexter follows him to the bunker and prevents Kurt from getting Molly inside it, like knowing that there's some shady shit going on. And Dexter is right, obviously that's like a kill cabin, it's got cameras and stuff in it, and like, who knows what would have happened if Molly would have been planted in there. That could have been really shitty. He enters and finds that the door can't be opened from within, and finds the camera in the room. And he's like, yep, my suspicions were right, this guy's a fucking weirdo. Dexter drives Molly back to town, angering Kurt as he foiled his plan to kill this girl, pretty much, and to have this girl do sexual favors and all this stuff, just like what Chloe did before she died. So Angela and Teddy, played by David Magadoff, inspect a cave with a possible lead. This is where Dexter, I think, first went to hide a body. They find a man-made hole, and Angela enters. She finds many rocks, and after moving them, finds a corpse. So yeah, someone is burying bodies down here. That pretty much confirms her suspicions. The corpse is that of Iris, her childhood friend who went missing, which is crazy because she finally finds that closure in this show when Jim Lindsay, Dexter, is around. Dexter attends Harrison's wrestling match, noting Kurt is in attendance as a coach's aide, and he's like a very big part of the wrestling community, like everyone in the town knows that but Dexter, and it's super suspicious because him and his son are getting awfully close, and it's not out of jealousy, it's just like, wow, this is a weird fucking dude, He knows something's up. Harrison beats his opponent, but even after winning, he breaks the opponent's arm, and Dexter kind of accuses Kurt of putting something into him that, like, releases this anger. A stunned Dexter then gets into the arena to confront Kurt about motivating Harrison's actions. He attempts to talk with Harrison, wondering if Kurt told him to hurt the opponent, and Harrison's just, like, beside it. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you're ruining our relationship, you're ruining me and Kurt's relationship, like, what are you fucking doing, Dexter then receives a call from Angela, who got out of the cave. She says she doesn't need Jim, she needs Dexter Morgan, having known that he was a blood analyst. So this is this is going to open up for a lot of things because, obviously Dexter's very expert in the forensics field. And yeah, I mean, he's going to be able to help because he's very experienced and he might be a little rusty, but that's going to be really cool to see. Next episode. Speaking of this episode was great. Good episode. Dexter New Blood keeps delaying the important Dexter Harrison truth bomb for reasons that are still unclear, but fortunately Too Many Tuna Sandwiches had other things going for it regarding Kurt and his years of killing to craft a capable and clever episode. A ton of secrets are spilling all over the place, from Dexter's old life to Kurt's penchant for remote cabin murders, and hopefully that means an even bigger reveal is on the way. Like, so many revelations. I think that's what this show really... And if I had to give this a grade, I'd give it like a C+. The uneasy triangulation between Harrison and his two dads, Kurt is pretty much like his second dad, is the most interesting thing happening in New Blood, which continues to venture off into wan subplots that have yet to pay off. Harrison is becoming more violent and unpredictable by the episode, and Dexter's hands-off approach to psychopath parenting isn't quite doing the trick. If you were to attempt to pick a general theme for the last episode, it would probably land somewhere within the vicinity of the simplest solution is often the solution. This episode is more along the lines of nature versus nurture. If you're not familiar, the basic concept of nature versus nurture is whether or not a person's behavior is molded by the events of their lives and the actions of those around them, or more so from genetics and inherited traits. In episode 6, Too Many Sandwiches, this comes up in a family therapy session with Dexter, Jim, and Harrison. When watching how they go about their unique blend of Morgan problem solving throughout the course of a day, it's genuinely hard to determine which of the two, nature versus nurture, has the biggest responsibility for them both being huge psychos. Typically, when prestige drama focus on their teenage characters, things go awry, but there are so many interesting wrinkles to Dexter facing the same conundrums that Harry had to face raising him. Prior to New Blood airing, I wondered if the series would be able to justify his existence beyond just being IP extension for rating's sake. On that therapy couch and in the hallway after Harrison's wrestling match, New Blood justified itself. To me, I would say. The beauty of this episode was that no time felt wasted, but there was plenty of room for every character to shine with some fun, heartfelt, and terrifying scenes. It's amazing what can fit in an hour. So, yeah, on that note, leave a like, comment, subscribe. That's just a little bit of my analysis of the episode. I will quickly record my weekly track roundup so we can get into a stream. I'm really happy I can actually get my content done now, because after stream I'm probably going to be recording a Madden video for tomorrow. It's going to be good. There's that whole training variety pack.